consistent lob shot. How do you, is it communication who's going to go back and get that lob? Or?
Yeah. Actually, hang on, we'll do that one during the advanced class because that's been a big question. Okay, so now we're both at the net. We have finally got to the net, we're all real happy. And we're standing here like this, and someone hits me in the chest with the ball. I'm like, how did that happen? The next time they hit it, I go, oh hey! You get what we call the Zorro move. If after a shot at the net, your paddle does this, you know why it does that? Because you started off with the paddle down here. And by the time you yanked it up and hit the ball back, it went Zorro. Okay, when you get to the net, we generally teach people there are two ways to deal with the ball at the net. I much prefer one over the other, mostly because if I see them doing one, I can. There's the tennis grip where you get to the net and you like this, and then you try and adjust both ways. I seriously suggest you do not do that unless you're over 65 and playing people that do not hit the ball hard. If you're under 65 or you play someone who hits the ball hard, by the time you get this ball and paddle back, it's going to pop up or hit you in the chest. So, the preferred way that I teach people when they get to the net is you get to the net, everybody take the paddle and rest the paddle on your belly button. Okay, you see this angle it's at? There's a reason it's here. If you rest it like this, and you have to do what we call the chicken wing to the right, the paddle comes out.
He's been out there too long.
If it hits the paddle from there, it's not going over.
You tell him.
If, however, you rest it at a 45 and you chicken wing,
you're right. You tell him
it's
though.
flat and it can go back. So,
let him get to a starting point,
here,
a stop point.
Sure. Now, the reason I tell you to rest it right here is at this point, it is very hard to hit. If you get it at me, I'm going to get something back. It may not be a great shot, but the ball's coming back.
Now's a good time.
Okay.
Now's
if I hold the paddle anywhere else, the ball may not be coming back. Okay. A lot of people will pop it, do a lot of things. The easiest way, if you have trouble getting the ball back in the net on the backhand, is take your fist, make a fist like you're going to punch. Put the paddle in your fist. This would be the one time that you switch grips. That will always go over. If you want to, you put your thumb on the back, you do a big thumb. That shot will always go over. There is no way to make it not go over. So you can actually win games just doing this. Okay, any questions? Okay, that's the beginning. I don't mean this. This is one of the things, and it happens especially with women. Women are much more flexible than guys, and they will do this, they will do this, they will reach all kinds of things that we can because they're more flexible. When I say bend your knees, your shoulders should be over your knees. Your tail should go down. You should not be leaning forward. You should at this point be going side to side like this. See, absolutely no loss of balance or weight. So everybody bend down like that. Now, put your feet shoulder apart. Do not grab them like that. Okay, that is the secret to the game. It's but you don't have to stay in that position. You can stand up here, but when the other person is ready to hit the ball, you get down. When they finish hitting the ball, you can stand up. But at the point when you're ready to hit the ball, before you hit it, you need to be down, ready to move side to side. Everything is much easier if you're doing that. Okay, the backhand after that. There's three ways to do the backhand after that. With the knees bent, hit it flat. There is the same thing, but with a slight toss over the top. Okay, the reason I separate those two out, as far as I can tell, whichever one you do is genetic. People tend to do one or the other. Either one will work, but you need to know which one you do. If you do this top spin one, you have to come up under the ball and come over and not make sure you do too much snap. If you do the flat one, you have to be careful that you don't hit it straight into the net. Now, when you're hitting the ball at the net, you're going back and forth, you'll see which one you do. And like I said, as far as I can tell, people just feel comfortable with one or the other. No big difference in them. Just make sure you hit. Now, at the net, when we're hitting the ball back fast, the volleys are at pop, 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 pop. Until you have time to turn your hips one way or the other, you don't hit the ball hard. You push it. You push it. You push it. When that person floats the ball up, you don't stand here like this and hit it. Or like this. When the ball gets up, you drop one foot back and you turn your hips. All of the power in a shot comes from your hips and your tail. It does not come from the arm. If you use your arm for power, that ball's going into the net, and more importantly, if they can read you, which they will after a while, they're going to return it because there's no way to disguise it. So anytime you hit the ball hard, your hips have to turn. So this is the second part for all successful shots. The knees have to be bent, and if you're going to hit it with any kind of power, your hips have to turn. If you play baseball, basketball, golf, tennis, it is all the same thing. It's a swing. Everything is this swing. There's only one swing in sports. Everything else is just a variation on it. Now, what this means though, is when you want to hit the ball hard and it's your forehand, and your right hand, what foot has to be forward? Try to put that foot forward. Okay. What left foot has to be forward. So if you run up to the net and do this, what's going to happen? It's going to go straight down. If you want to hit a ball hard, you get to the net, this foot has to be forward and then you go through. No matter what you do, it's your forehand. That left foot has to be the forward foot. If you cannot get that left foot forward, don't hit it hard. Bad things will happen. The reverse. The backhand, if you want to hit a backhand hard, the right foot has to be forward. Okay, this sounds really simple. But watch yourself when you're playing, and what you're going to find is you go, da-da-da, and that's going to happen. When you get them, 1, 2, turn your foot, and then you hit it hard. Okay, any questions?